I already got one like collision trigger thing happening. If I can get that working with a player character, the the bullets, the projectiles coming out of this, which is a separate object from the gun. It is not a child object. It is its own thing. If you look at the first person CPP, this is the first person projectile, which is just that little yellow ball that's coming out of that thing. Yeah, if I can make those things happen, and I can again, at some point, that's just numbers, right? Health, time, or whatever, and then a score for how many you shoot before you're dead or you're out of time. And then we have some minimum viable, like I was saying in the last update, some minimum viable that I can start to think about submitting. And then from there we could talk about skinning this thing with like giant bomb related, the theme, something, flying pieces. I don't know. Um, yeah, it's not exactly a super advanced game, but I don't exactly have a lot of time to work on this. My first Unity game I actually made in a GameJam, and I ran into a similar situation. I don't have that game anymore on me. That was submitted for the Global Game Jam, and I want to say 2013, 2014, 2014. I think I did that. So it's been some time, and that was a very similar situation of I'm learning the engine while I'm making the thing, and that was over 48 hours. But I have a week for this, but I don't have a lot of time this week. I get next weekend as well, but it's Sunday night, and I don't know how much time I'm gonna have next weekend either. Um, this is not so bad. It almost seems like a VR demo. Like this could be someone's like early access VR, shooting gallery VR now for $20 on Vive early access. We're working on new features, like one of those. I'd like to replace this gun. I don't think there's audio from the game coming through or my desktop coming through, but this thing sounds terrible. There's got to be some sort of. I know there's like a marketplace for assets that I could maybe get like a pistol from, and then have it actually sound like a gun, um, and feel like a gun. And then I think the movement, maybe I'll mess with that a little bit. But yeah, that's it. I mean, it's coming to something. I guess it's going somewhere. There's some progress, and that's better than no progress. All right. Yeah. All right, so I got to doing the HUD for the game, and I'll show you. This is the driving a car, the driving demo, the simple driving demo. But there's an extra piece of information there that's the X location and the Z location. Uh, Basically, it's a very simple looking HUD. The kilometers per hour and the gears, the 3R, 1, 2, like that stuff, that's there by default. That's why I use this demo to kind of look at how they did the basic HUD that they have, and then kind of add on to it. So I'll show. It's pretty straightforward. So in HUD demo HUD, which is this C++ class, I don't know why these C++ classes get all these weird logos, like what determines. If I make another one of these, does it? My HUD, and add code to the project. I guess I assume it will have this exact same thing to indicate that it is that kind of code. How you add that to the scene, I don't know. But that shouldn't be too big a deal. Going back to the code, not this thing that we just made, but this is the thing. HUD demo pawn, HUD demo HUD, because the project's called HUD demo, and so this is the HUD for the HUD demo. If you look in draw HUD, this draw HUD feature, which I believe is something that they overwrite, which is a HUD actor interface thing. They already had these for the speed and the gear, and it's pretty straightforward. They make something called an F canvas item, and they have something called a canvas. I don't know what the canvas is. The canvas is something global, I guess. Yeah, and they can create an F canvas item. They can set a scale, and then they can draw the item to the canvas. Now, unlike in Unity, where you kind of have this interactive like scene view where you can kind of place, graphically place the HUD, it seems like I'm going to have to rely on using numbers to get the stuff in the right place. if we look at what's it, the HUD X ratio, HUD Y ratio is calculated from a ratio of 720p. That's probably a bit of an issue. I don't. I wonder if I can just force it to that resolution, just for the sake of this little small demo I'm making. Because like I wonder what this looks like if you blow it up. Um, but regardless, this seems to be the way you do it in Unreal 4. Like this seems to be what you're supposed to do. And another note: this f text thing. Because this is not like C# where you can concatenate floats and strings and or floats and ints together. You have to do some like think printf formatting, but for this because it's all C++. So these are this little bracket, zero bracket, seem to be what we're using as the what am I trying to think, the like the format indicator, like a %s or %f, and then I'm just getting f text as a number, so this will take a float value and convert it into an f text. The location, the actor's X location, the actor's Z location, formatting them into this format. I put in the location string. I'm not exactly sure what location string is. Some sort of key, I guess, for what the string is. So if you want to localize it, you can. There's some way you can look that up, I'm sure. And then yeah, the scale. The scale seems to be its HUD Y ratio is based on the ratio of the screen. Which I wish this could be like screen. Maybe there's a way to make this just like screen resolution, and then this all works perfect. But yeah, that seems to be just about it.